This is way longer than I thought it was going to take for me to come live. I thought I was going to come live much earlier than this. But here I am. I actually took a nap because I was really, 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 really tired. Um, Around 1:30, 2 o'clock. And I finally said, stop fighting it. Just go take a nap. And so I did. And I woke up like mm, around 4:30ish. And I was waiting and waiting for these packages. Seems like taking a nap did the trick because when I went downstairs after my nap, they were there. So gonna open them up so you can see what I got. I'm in Restream, so I reused one of my titles because it's just easy just to click that and start. So it says a kind of unboxing. I don't know, but I am unboxing, so whatever. I might or might not change the title later, but um, let's see what we got. Interestingly enough, this came. I got these it was delivered last night, but it was delivered in an empty package. Ta-da! This is what I got. Like, empty package. They sent me the picture, says, oh, we delivered it. And I was like, no, you didn't. And this thing was actually way across the porch. So much so that I didn't see it until I actually went outside and had gotten the mail at nighttime, which that was kind of scary because it's totally dark out here at night. And it was way on the other side of the porch, and it was empty. And I had a flashlight to see, well, what happened to it? Like, did something drag it off the 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 side of the porch near the door and like take out what was in it? No, I think it came out in the truck, is what I think, or somewhere along the line between the facility and the truck. But anyway, it was really easy for me to, I just reported it that I didn't get the package. I know you see like an Amazon bag there, but like there was nothing in it. I just used the automated thing. That's what came up, and he says, "Okay, well, we'll send you another one." So, and they sent me I have like a shipping thing label or whatever in case I find the other one. But like I said, I think the other one is still in their facility or on their truck. It was never here because I actually looked around even better today in daylight to see like did it fall out or something. But for it to actually come off of where it was on the porch, because we have a little stand thing on the porch for them to put the packages, for it actually to come off of there, um, either somebody had to drag it off of there, somebody or something, or there was nothing in it and the wind blew it off. And I think the latter is what happened. The wind blew it off because there was nothing in the bag. But anyway, so this is what I was waiting for. Just as well that it didn't come until today because I really couldn't use it anyway. So I'm trying to catch up on a lot of work stuff. I saw Foxy Colors using this, and she said, excuse me, that she heard about these from Bubbles Studio, I think. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's what happened. And so I looked at that and I was like, okay, now that is watercolors that I think I can handle right now because it's not, not anything heavy duty or intense. It's very compact. It'll be easy for me to find it, easy for me to store it. I won't look at it as so precious that I can't use it until, um, yeah. And they were only like $13, so the price was right too. So, um, let's see if I can get that off. I don't know why my nails aren't working for me lately. Uh, so, and it's like, what, 56 colors or something like that? It has glitters in there, which is cool. It's got some weight to it. So yeah, there's no way there was anything in that bag last night. This design. You know me. I love a good design, and this design is just wonderful. Now let's see if I can do what I'm supposed to do with it. Maybe I should. Is there anything in here? They're expecting me to know. Is this to lean like that? Must be. This really works for me. This works for me, and I'm actually like excited about this. This makes me excited to use them. Very excited. So I'm probably gonna then work on that Camellia Derico page with this thing. And I don't even know how it all opens up, but I don't want to break it, so I'll watch a video and do it that way so I can make sure that I don't break it, because I think that design is just ingenious. Now I need somebody to make me a pencil holder. Somebody to come up with a pencil case and holder that is solid material that unfolds and stores like the Faber-Castell Black Edition pencils. And we'll be good. Okay. So that's that. This is the big one. The big one. So this, well, that's the bottom, so this is the top. Oh, yeah, so my husband does have COVID. He tested last night and this morning, just to make sure. And yeah, he does have COVID. I tested myself today twice, and it says I don't. It came up negative. The first time I tested, I kind of did use a little too much of the fluid, and so I tested again just to make sure I wasn't getting a false negative, and it says I'm negative. But I have been feeling kind of, well, a little junky for the past few days, and having that feeling. There's a way that I get when I can tell my body's fighting something, where I'll get like brief hot flashes and things like that. And it usually is an indication to me to up my vitamin D and up my vitamin C and take, my airborne. And I was really sleepy today. And I have been kind of sleepy like that over the past 3 weeks. But that might also be something else for which I actually have to go to a specialist this upcoming week about that. Yeah, so I went to the grocery store this morning. First time I've actually really shopped for groceries like that in a really long time. Usually my husband will go out and pick up a few things or whatever if we need it, because I kind of have a lot of stuff in the freezer or whatever. And but yeah, I actually went and bought groceries like a normal person today, because I wanted to make sure that he had what he needed, and that there was stuff for me to make, for him while he's sick. And I actually had a salad today, a homemade salad. It was so good. And I guess it was a lot because I had it for lunch and then I had some left over and I had it for dinner, the leftover. Well, yeah, it was good. I had to shred, like I had carrots. I actually bought, because they had some veggie trays, with the container compartments and the dip in the middle. They had them marked down. And so I actually bought 2 of those because of the price of them. I thought, okay, well, that's good, and I'll eat them in a few days anyway. But I found out when I got home and went to, get lunch together, that I really can't eat carrots like I want to, because I bit down on one, and it's like, oh, I could tell. I could feel that bracket, and it's like, I'm going to break a brace if I do that. Don't do that again. So I shredded I shredded the celery and the carrots in the mini Cuisinart thing and put that on top of the salad, so it was like small, and I was able to bite it without hurting my braces. But man, that salad was so good. I had chunks of chicken, just a few, that were actually left over from my dinner from the night before. So I had a few chunks of chicken. I had romaine lettuce, carrots, of course, celery, of course, um, grape tomatoes. Then I also had grapes. I put grapes in it. Um, what else did I put in it? Oh, hemp seed. I had some hemp seeds. I actually keep it in the freezer so it'll stay kind of, fresh. It tastes so good. Um, Very nutty and kind of sweet. It's really good. But I wanted to add a little more protein since I didn't have a lot of chicken. Um, and then I have the dressing, which I didn't realize. I guess it's a vegan dressing. I don't know. I just picked it up because I was like, oh, that sounds good. Like the bottle, let's get it. Was a Marie's dressing, and it was some kind of, I don't know, Parmesan and black pepper or something like that. I don't know. It was good though. Yeah, it was a really good salad. So anyway, blah 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 blah. So what we have here, washi tape, washi tape. I am entering the world of washi tape. What's this say on there? 5 guard, 40 roll. It says 7.5 millimeter, 15 millimeter. So I guess some have more than others or something. I don't know. So that's this. Oops, just knocked out the camera. Different colors. Then I got that because of Mary. I've seen people use washi tape, and then Mary was using it. It's like, you know what? I need to get some washi tape. Stop, like, kind of dancing around it. Well, let's open this one first. Oops, pencil rolling away. Okay. So this one, washi tape, color your life. And is this oh, I don't like boxes that open like this. I do not. And a lot of things are like this now. I can't stand it. It is nice that they're secure, but they're so to open the box without trouble. And this is a pretty box, actually. And I'm using this pencil that I feel iffy about. Open it. Okay. Oh. So that's this one. It has mobs and things in there, which is what I was looking for. Oh, you know what? I just noticed from this one, there's actually, if you look in some of them, that must be why it says 15 millimeter and 7 millimeter, because some of these there's two here, and are they thinner or smaller or something? And then others have one? I don't know. Something. Different colors. Okay, this one's thicker than that one. So, I like the muted tones. I was thinking of that. What was I looking at? Something I was looking at. Might have been in the Jasmine Beckett Griffith book that I wanted kind of muted tones in that. Because I am thinking of using washi tape in those. And on some of the PDFs, too. And this one, okay, how do we open this thing? I can't see. There's my snot rag, excuse me. Here's what it is. That's what we're dealing with around here. Interestingly enough, for whatever it is, I don't know. Well, neither one of us have had COVID or tested positive or anything like that since the whole thing existed. Um, and he's actually has been outside, well, maybe not outside less, but kind of around the public less the past couple months or whatever, and this is when he gets COVID. That's kind of weird. And he waits to get his shot in like January or February, and like I don't know why he does that, but his doctor says it, and so he waits. I'm like, I can't wait. I'm around people that are always getting sick and stuff, so like I need mine because I don't want to be flat out. And so I got mine in what was it, early October? I think it was October 10th, maybe. Okay, so how am I opening this? And this says washi tape thin, vintage. I like this box, but then like maybe I don't like it if I can't open it. Oh, that's why. So I think I might color a little bit after this. I really didn't do any coloring today because I was working on work stuff, and it was like pulling teeth today, which was another reason why I didn't come live. I didn't really have a break because I was having such a hard time. It just seems like it's going so slow. Okay, I'm messing up this box. I can't find anything else to open it with. So. I used to be able to open things with my fingernails. And those days gone. Well, that's kind of weird. So we're opening it. Okay, I don't want that. Is that how this opens? Huh? Or is it supposed to... What is this supposed to do? I don't want to pull them all out of there. That doesn't sound like a good plan. And why is this one? Oh, it's taped on both ends. Oh, brother. Well, this looks like a pain in the butt. So maybe I don't like this case. Okay. So to show the colors. Okay, where are they? I thought they were supposed to have designs. Don't mess me up again like that. Those card things did. Okay, there we go. They have designs on them. Kind of faint, but they're there. There's more. Oh, how cute. That's like a tape measure. This one. Yeah, it looked nicer on the picture on Amazon, but that's okay. Washi tape is washi tape. We will make use of it. And I didn't want anything that would stand out a lot, be too loud or anything, so that's fine for me. And I wonder, I kind of want these to be on the inside because these are the ones I didn't really, buy them for these plain ones. I wanted them for those design ones. Okay, this is problematic. It's almost like I need to open both ends, or I'm going to MacGyver it. Okay, this is going to be that's got to go on last. Alright, put them on the pencil in the order I want to pull them out. And then, let's see if we can do this. We'll do it. Will do it for me. Get in there. Don't kill me now. I think one of them kind of is standing up, but that's okay. I was kind of... Oh, brother. Really? Way down there. Okay, this is kind of aggravating. Why would it go sideways? Really? Why would you go sideways? Why? This isn't supposed to be the reason why I'm here. Hey, Bubbles! Why is this box like so difficult? We're not gonna be able to keep it in here because I'm not gonna be fighting with that like that. Not at all. Does it open another way? What else is going on in here? Please. You know what? I'm ready to toss this in the garbage. Did you hear that? I tossed it. It's like, we ain't going there. I got a box I can put it in. It's going in this one. Maybe they'll all go in this one. Washi tape, washi tape. You're not giving me that much trouble. I ain't gonna go for that. What was in here anyway? What's this? Must be something electronic. Anyway, washi tape. And actually, I did it with a Y, not an I. I wonder. My address is actually, name and address is on the underside, but oh no, that won't fit. I could probably find it. I probably have a narrow box somewhere here where I can put them all in the same thing, except for the big package one. Well, I probably could take them all out of the package of that other one and put them in here, but I kind of don't want them to dry out either, so. Did they? Well, they got in mine. Did you see what I got? Watercolors I can find until I feel like I know what I'm doing with the other ones, and I find them. So washi tape, that one in here, more washi tape, and the watercolors, which, like, you know what? I gotta figure out how to open them though. I could actually work in the Camellia Dorico book right now since I have these. If I can figure out how to open the contraption. Because I didn't do any coloring at all today, like I said, and so I'm kind of open to whatever. I'm just going to find it. Where is it? Oh, that's it right there. I had my hand on it and thought it was something else. Maybe we will do this and play and see. I really need to get all these pencils off my desk. I really do. That was one thing that I wanted to do today, but I just, I don't know. I feel kind of weird. I might need to go out and buy more COVID tests tomorrow, maybe, and take one. I don't feel something. It feels like something's working on me because my throat feels weird. I just don't want to. I don't want to infect anybody. Is my thing, you know. So I might need to get a test maybe and take it on Sunday evening, just to make sure I'm not infectious. And either way, I was going to wear a mask to work because I know I'm around cooties, so I was going to do that. And I wore a mask when I went grocery shopping. But I don't want to have anything and have it get in the way of this appointment that I have on Tuesday because I've already waited like 3 months, I think, for it. I don't feel like waiting anymore. So I'm assuming it's not serious, but if it kind of is, I don't know. Wait, washi tape. Where are we putting you? Oh, I know where. I know which bin. Templates. Okay. So, yeah, I think I'm ready to work on something a little different right now. Hey, Deb. So let's do it. I could work on that one, but I kind of want to finish what I started. Although, I don't know, I might want to do it with what I started with. But I didn't like working with those what you call them, with the distressed pencils. I didn't like how it felt on the page. But then that might be because I had prepped it. And I also don't know how much I really want to add to this and in what way. I kind of like how their their skin or coat looks, even though they're probably not fuzzy like walruses. But I still like how that looks, kind of. I don't know. And I don't want to mess with that. I still can't figure out what some of these things are on her either. I need some time to figure that out. I could do this page. Just need room. I'm challenged with that side of my desk. Unless I can slip this. I really need to put my pencils away. I really do. Oh, brother. Let me do that. I can't do anything until I put those away. They're just in the way. Okay. 2 pairs of glasses. Let's get rid of those. We gotta do this. We cannot wait. We cannot wait. So I started working on another page in the Maria Troll book, just because, it was there, it was open, so I did. And I was using purple, because there's so many purples in this set. Yeah, see, right now I'm getting like one of those hot flashes, like, okay. Is that, no. Another, it seems like another place to put that. I mean, it doesn't seem like it's as many pencils as I have out. Oh, Deep Purple. What was in there? Deep Purple! That's a band. I got all excited for a minute there. Excuse me. Gray. Smoke on the water. Sorry. I just was watching a video just before I came on about this Detroit band that they kind of consider them, they call them proto-punk because they were like the precursor basically to punk. They were punk before punk existed. These are colors. So, and I guess the band is actually, they were out like in the 70s and they just released an album. Some of their members have passed on or whatever, but I didn't finish watching the video. I still need to finish watching it, but to hear the story behind it, why they did it. Definitely not for money. I'm thinking that's probably the last thing they did it for, because that's not what they're about. But I just found a bunch of stuff out when just from the little bit that I listened to on that video. And I didn't realize, first of all, it was, well, maybe the biggest surprise for me. This is something I never knew, because I always knew about the MC5, always knew about them. But That's like Patti Smith. Patti Smith was actually involved. She was like, I don't think she was officially married, but her and I don't know what was guitarist or somebody. They were a couple. They were really tight, and I think he died, and then she got involved with Robert Mapplethorpe, who like he was gay, but I guess he also was kind of bisexual or something. I don't know, but she was involved with him. But anyway, so the band's manager was actually a guy who um, was a part of like that whole late 60s movements, late 60s, early 70s. Well, I had no idea that there was such a organization then. I mean, it's maybe not that formal or whatever, but organization, the White Panthers. I had no idea. Um, but there were. And John Sinclair, who I guess was MC5's manager, he was like the leader of it. I had no idea. I'm like, oh my gosh, so this opened up a whole another can of worms. What is this? Deep something gray. That like now I'm curious. I mean, it's kind of interesting. They were it says they were connected to and worked with like the Rainbow Coalition, which was, Jesse Jackson back then, that whole thing. So, and I have been talking a lot lately, like with work, about the various groups that found solidarity with each other during the 60s. Um, Kind of the one that fascinated me the most is the one with, and I'm still trying to find a movie or video of that, a documentary, but like the 504 protests in San Francisco, and then I guess they also happened in some other cities, but the San Francisco one was the most prominent. Hey, Marcia. That with the Black Panthers were actually like taking disabled people who were like had mobility disabilities. They were taking them up, wheelchair and all, up to the floor where the protest was taking place because they wanted to be there. They didn't have a way to get there, and I don't know if they had if the people in the office building, the officials shut down the elevator or whatever, so no more people could come up. That was kind of a rotten move to do on people who are disabled mobily. But anyway, so Black Panthers were carrying them up the stairs in their wheelchairs, up flights of stairs to the fourth floor, so that they could participate in the sit-in. And I just find that fascinating, and I feel like that's something that a lot of people don't know about, is how much solidarity that there was among all these movements in certain areas of the country. And me being the type of person, I like to see everybody getting together and getting along, and like, to me, I love that. I may not totally agree with everything, maybe politically or whatever that they stood for, but I do agree with some. And I also I feel like that's what they did, was they had things that they disagreed with each other, but they focused on the one thing that they had in common, and that's what they built their solidarity around, which is kind of what a lot of places should do, like like Christian churches, for example. Stop looking at your differences, look at what you have in common. People like to fuss, though. They like fussing. They like fussing too much. Sometimes I don't like to fuss, but sometimes, especially on YouTube, I will observe it because it's amusing. Only if it's not malicious. When it gets malicious, I'm like, It's like, no thank you. Oh, is that a Prisma? It's a Prisma. Yeah, I finally came on, Marsha. I was thinking about you. And I thought, oh, brother, I said I was going to come on. I hope she hasn't been waiting. I really thought I was going to be on much earlier than this. Much, much, much. It did not happen. Okay, I think I might need to take the metallics out of here, but I kind of don't want to. So what do I do? I'm kind of not going back in the order that I got them out, I think. But that's okay, because I just need to get them in this. And I've been having fun working with them, though. And I've discovered some of the pages, the books that it likes. Oh my gosh. I swear, I'm going to need more than a month off to be able to clean up what's going on here. Well, I haven't get my Prismacolor stash for my pencils that I want, that I've been using a lot, that it's like I want more of. I got those. I hate to run out of something when I need it. I really don't like that. It drives me nuts. So if it's a pencil that I seem to be favoring a lot, I want to be able to have it when I need it. And so I like having backups of those. So let's see. Yeah, I definitely need to. I kind of want to chew on some vitamin C right now. Like at least 1,500, whatever you call them, MGs, MCGs, whatever the heck it is. They had eggnog in the store too, so I bought me some. That's my candy. That'll be my treat for the day. I had some this morning, so I won't have any more until tomorrow. I know it's like fake and all that other stuff, but I like it. And it's just like a thing, you know? It's a thing for this time of year. Yeah, I wound up taking a nap. I was really, really tired, and I was trying to force myself to stay up and to keep working. And it's like, at this pace, you're really just torturing yourself. You should just go take a nap. And so I did. And I do feel better right now. A little more awake. But I'm probably going to go to bed early. I'm probably going to take a lot of... I got to figure out how to space that and time that to take my C, my D, my zinc, my airborne, which actually has zinc and C in it, but then we're going to really add a little bit on the top to really knock this thing out, whatever is kind of, playing around, lingering around the edges. We're going to whoop its butt and say, nope, not today, mofo. I didn't say it. I almost did. But the word is appropriate in some cases when you mean it. I don't see anything wrong with it, but yeah, I don't have time to be sick, and I don't want to go to this appointment being sick either. That would suck. Ugh, I hope not. But we're not letting that happen. These are not really in the right place, but we're going to put them there. I think what's so nice about these colors is how many colors there are in that 300 set. They really don't duplicate each other. The colors don't overlap or anything. They're all different, which is kind of crazy. Okay, we're putting all these reds back here just because the space is here. I don't know where they really were, but they're going here. And one of these is an Evazar. I think it's this one. Okay, it's making me want to use them now. Really? That doesn't make any sense. But I really feel like I don't know. I did a lot of work on like that mandala. I basically kind of have finished it, and so don't really have anything to do on that that's pressing. I may wait until Monday and something will come to me to add to it, and I'll do it then on Monday. But for all intents and purposes, I think I'm done with that. I don't want to start another mandala. I don't really want to start another page. I have enough that are like in whip status that I need to get out of whip status. Okay, now I found some more on the side. Okay, this is what I don't like about the big pencil sets. Just too many. It's a little crazy. That's a blue. I don't know why the gray is back there, but I'm not going to move it right now. Well, since we got one gray there, I'm going to put that one there. A whole bunch in the back. I need room for 2 more. I don't know why these grays are all separated, but I think that's it. I hope that's it. All this just to get to be able to color. Really, now, this is the only pencil set I have ever swatched. Where's the swatch sheet? Well, it used to be in there. I don't know why it's not there now. Okay, there's a reason why I don't swatch. Ooh, the zipper is way over. Yeah, the case is handy, but oh, it's on the other side. That's right. There it is. Oh, still other things on my desk fighting for attention. Yeah, so I gotta do some investigation into that White Panthers John Sinclair thing. Kind of interesting that they were connected. He's connected to music. And connected to music that's considered proto-punk. Because punk was, oh, I found another one, but that's okay. Too. Was somewhat political in its beginnings. And definitely like in the UK. Started, everybody was on the dole. All the kids were on the dole. They couldn't get a job because of the economy. And so kids that never played an instrument or whatever said, hey, let's start a band. And so they did. And what did they do? They talked about what they were going through. Partially was being pissed off at the government, that they couldn't get jobs and that so on and so on and so on. I don't know. Why am I giving this lesson? I guess I'm just filling the space. I know lots of useless trivia. Ooh, look at how that creases. Maybe we'll do this one. And where? Okay, I gotta figure out how this thing opens up. That's the first thing I gotta do. And then I see right where I can put it on my desk too. Where like it'll just stay there. Okay. I need instructions. Because I'm like not like normal people. I need instructions. Is it? Now I see this guy. Oh my gosh. I'm going to have to look on the internet. I don't know how it opens. It's probably intuitive, but intuitive to everybody but me, right? I don't want to break it. Pull out. Oh, brother. Here, watch me struggle. Let me look it up. Oh, what just happened? Let's do it. Well, tell me if I only get a set of watercolors that I feel like I can like handle starting with, then I can't open them up. That's funny. Let's see if there is a video. Chin Solid watercolor paints. Oh shoot. Okay, how's this? Okay, are they sliding it out the side? Aha, that's what they're doing. Okay, we got it. All I needed to see was a picture. Okay, this is like so cool. I think this is so incredibly cool. This is really cool. I think well, you know how I am about the Beckett Griffith books, and like how I like the book just because I like the design of the book. Yeah, so I like these paints just because of the design of the paints. And so, it looks like it's a little chippy. So let's see what we can do with them. And how can I make them visible while I'm working? When I'm working on that side. Figure this out. And then, there's one that didn't come out. So let's see if we can do a little something here. I kind of do really want to use water and a brush, but for now, I'm going to use this guy. That's really contained, which, like, that works for me, so. Let's see. How much do we need anyway? Would you believe I just poured this from a bottle and I didn't spill any? That's kind of... and why did I even try that when I know I'm clumsy? I don't know. Tempting fate. Okay. So let's try this. I do need a napkin or a paper towel. I got one here. I can kind of like blot with. Okay, so Chicky Girl. We start off with red hair, and then I'm going to have red all in that paint. I kind of don't want to do that. Make a mess. So, this thing is stuff. Let's do... I probably should get another cap of water, probably, to kind of juice it up some. Juice up this brush. I don't know why. Let's try and get more of that going on. There we go. So that was kind of stiff. So she seems to be some kind of a fish. Yes. The hooves. He also seems to be some kind of a fish. Are they one or what the heck is going on? These drawings like kind of flip me out. I don't understand. How long have you been on here? Get close to an hour. Well, maybe we'll do like an hour and a half. I really love this color. It's beautiful. Let us see. I'm probably going to need some water to rinse, but I don't really want to. Which one did I do? Oh, okay, that one. Oh, that's really opaque. Now I put it on there. That's a pretty color. I don't even know what those things are on her head. I guess I'm probably. Oh, are these shells? Maybe they're shells. Yeah, I feel like I need a little thing of water. Do you have that little cap in here, or is it in my? I set up. Be right back. I need to get that little cap so I can put some water in that too. Okay, a little cap of water. Let's keep it as far away from me as possible. So we're gonna put it way up here on the desk, where something is least likely to happen to it. Okay, I feel like I need more light or something. This is kind of awkward looking from this side. Oh. I can't see what I'm working with because and that's in the way of the. Dun, dun, dun. I really love that color. It's like lavender, almost like lavender, but it's also like periwinkle. And I love periwinkle. That's one of my favorite colors in the Crayola crayons when I was a kid. Periwinkle. Red, orange, orange, red, and periwinkle. Okay, so I'm assuming those things are bubbles. That's a bubble. Actually using watercolors, it's a miracle. So I wonder if we put sparkles on there. There's a sparkle here. Metallics. That one. I'm thinking about using that. Yeah, this is definitely up my alley. Compact. Many colors. And compact. But when I find those other palettes, I'm definitely putting them somewhere where I can find them. I really think they got kind of lost in the shuffle of me trying to make sure they were safe in a safe place when I had to pull my old printer off my desk. And I didn't want them to get messed up, and then I wound up really putting them where I don't know where they are. So, well, this will make up for Saturday because I'm more than likely not going to be on here Saturday. I'm going to be working on work stuff. Trying to get as much done as I can before Monday. I don't know, something happened and I got really behind, and like I need to get like a real, like one of those. I can't seem to get there's like a point where you get, just like when you're exercising and you get in this zone and then like you're moving on momentum. I'm having a really hard time hitting that momentum point. And usually that happens, but it is not happening. Like I went through so many things, did so much stuff, and I still wasn't feeling any momentum. And it was like, it was grueling. I was like, why is it like this? What is going on? Oh, I'm praying about it. It's like, Lord, I don't know. If you want me to do something else today or whatever, I need to know. But like, then I'm going to need some special something to help me do this eventually, because it's not going away. I got to do it. You know, those are pretty. You're so pretty. Now, where did I hear that from? That's from some movie or something. You're so pretty. A John Waters movie or something. Yeah, I used to watch John Waters movies. All except for Hairspray. I never watched Hairspray. Can you imagine that? I used to watch all the older ones, which are really crass. Sign of, sign of who knows what. Oh my gosh, I love that. That's pretty. So I think that means I need to give her like golden brown hair, brownish golden hair. I think is what I want to give her to go with that, the color of the shells. So which one do we got here? Okay, do I start with the light color? Yeah, start with the light color. Then go dark. Oh, okay, that was lighter than I thought. But I think that'll work once I put the darker color on. I don't know, I'm definitely feeling this right now, which is good. Maybe it's because it was time for me to do something other than using pencils, because I've been using a lot of pencils. Um, I have a plan to get back to my markers, but um, I don't know. I haven't been. It's like I like them and I know what books I want to use them in, and but I'm not feeling like I'm in that point where I'm going to do it and do it well or something. I feel like I'm not in that mode or something, and so I don't want to use it and do those books and then not be in the mood, because then they'll probably turn out crappy. I want to have fun with it, so I'm going to wait until I'm going to have fun. Yay! You know, how many supplies did it take to get to this? So I keep my eyes open and I look at what other people. Ooh, I do like how you can get this to be so matte. I'm probably going to be more of a matte and more of a less water, more color, watercolorist. I'm thinking. Kind of felt that before I even, you know, bought these. And I felt like that was probably how I was going to work, because I just don't. Water scares me with these. Plus the fact that they this page, I haven't treated this page, so I'm gonna have some curliness going on. Um, oh, darker the browns. I need darker brown. I think I want the yellow to be the golden in it, not the. Okay, this is as dark as we're going here. You want this one, or is it purple? I don't know. I like this color. Let's try it. Maybe we'll use more than one brown. Okay, that didn't work. Wow. That didn't even turn out as dark as I thought it would. Not at all. So it's Friday, and now my days of the week are all screwed up because I didn't go to work today, physically. Oh, wait, is that her hair too? Oops. I thought she had short hair. Be cute if she had short hair. So I had blew my hair out, yesterday, and I actually was able to wrap it last night, which usually I'm not able to do. Like yesterday, I had wrapped my hair. Yesterday I had blow dried my hair, and then I also used a straightening brush because I couldn't find my straightening comb. Couldn't find it. I still like using that old fashioned straightening comb, but I couldn't find it, so I used the brush, which actually does a really good job. It's by a company called Kedsum. Hey Annie! Yay! What a treat! Annie's in the chat. Annie's in the chat. So yes, Kedsum it's called, but it really does a really good job actually of straightening my hair after I've blown it dry. So I did that, and um, so last night I wrapped it before I went to bed, which I usually really suck at, but it really worked this time, and I'm wondering if it's just because my hair is longer, maybe, or maybe I just did a good job of, you know, blowing it out and straightening it, but it didn't take me that long, really, to do that. What took me long was I took breaks between it because I just didn't want to be doing that straight the whole time because then I do a crappy job. Okay, I think I want it darker, but like we're gonna leave it like that for now, so we don't get it so wet. That's kind of cute. So I gotta figure out where her hair begins and ends. Oh, I thought you had these. I saw Foxy with tinge watercolor paints. I think this is really nice. Like if you're gonna travel with them, it looks like. But you know me, I ain't traveling with no water. Are you kidding me? One way or another, this will all be in my bag, my purse, whatever. But they all like come out of. They all go in like that and come out, which I think is awesome. This thing folds down or up like that. Sorry, I love this thing. I saw Foxy with it, and I thought, okay, that looks like it's up my alley. I can't make a huge mess with that. I really would have to try hard to make a mess with this. So, that's kind of what I need. Like, kind of kid safety cap on it. That's what I need when it comes to watercolors. Something that's like, minimize accidents. I really like this. And it has metallics in it, which I used up here, and they're really pretty. I think it's really pretty, and you can tell it's metallic-y. I see the reflection in the thing. So these are the metallics. This is the one that I used. I used this over this color, which is really pretty. They got the colors of the tabs, which is kind of nice. Excuse me, could be useful in some kind of way. Um, yeah, I think these are really cool. This is like up my alley, my kind of setup. Yeah, I'm using a watercolor pen, but I also have like a cup of water here just to kind of, because I don't want things to run together. And I'm also blotting with paper towel just because I don't want to get it oversaturated. So, but So I gotta do the rest of her hair, so I don't forget. Cool. Ah, yeah. See, one thing I know I want to do is, I and I won't use them with these. I'll use them more with those deep palette paints. Ooh, let's not drop it. Okay, see, this is where the accidents happen. I try to do more than is humanly possible, and then, but I want to really use these guys. I bought them with intent to, like, I want to figure out how they work, in part because I want to figure out how to get a functionality out of them that reminds me of oil painting, because that puts me in a oil painting puts me in a certain mode and mood that, like, I miss. So and this one's supposed to be iridescent, and people they have good conversations on Amazon's reviews about how they've used these and what works for them and what doesn't. And but yeah, I want to use these, I think, with the gouache and the deeper palette watercolors to see, how they work. But I'm not ready for that yet, you know. But I have them in preparation, and I'm getting my mind together for how I'm going to do that. Oops, and I don't know what happened here. But we gotta. I think I could probably let this dry and then go over it later. Not worry about it now. Because, like I said, I don't want anything to get too wet. And in a way, that's kind of like with oil painting. Like um, you have to kind of wait for certain things to dry if you're going to work them in a particular way. Um, so I can kind of relate to that part. Okay, we're not out of paint in that spot. I think one reason why I'm so freaked out by watercolors is like I talked about my friend who's she actually was Yugoslavian, her family, and she was the one where her mother had her son drive her like all over the city looking for this homeless woman. She had made soup. She made soup and had it like all packed up and everything. She had all these blankets and sweaters and things that she made because she would like just she could look at a sweater and make it herself, knit it herself. And anyway, so that woman, were her that's her mom. Anyway, we were supposed to go to FIT together, and then I wasn't able to go, and so she went, which was kind of cool because she hadn't intended on going to college at all before that. And so but she went, and she wound up being in, the clothing industry and stuff like that. But when she came home from break, she would show me what she learned. And like she came from break one time and was showing me how they taught her how to do washes of fashion sketches. And she knew I was really good at, like sketching, and so she was trying to show me how you do the watercolor washes and stuff. And I was so freaked out. It's like, I can't do that. I was like, ah. She kept trying to show me, and it wouldn't register. I was just too freaked out. I just remember that time. It was funny. But by then I was in bands and stuff, and so it's kind of like, I don't think I'm going to college. I'm going to become famous, or at least rich. I don't care about the famous part, but let me have comfortable money and be able to do music. That's all I want. I'd rather not be known. Just give me the money. I know I'm not the one to show you because I don't know what I'm doing. There's one woman that I watch, and I gotta remember what the name of her. I gotta search through my subscriptions or something. Um, she does watercolors, and she does watercolor painting in her like watercolor and ink washes and things like that in her sketchbook. And she seemed like, a really nice, kind of down to earth person. And, you know, she talks about her mistakes, where she screwed up, and where things worked for her. And, she's really just honest and open about it, not trying to be condescending or anything. I need to go check her channel. I actually like, because I kind of want to do what she does in her sketchbook. Oh, oh dear, that's kind of abrupt. I'm gonna wait to wash it out with water. I think. Am or we'll just leave it. It is what it is. Although, see, now I want a little bit more. I got that hot, like I got a fever kind of feeling. I'm gonna drug myself up tonight and tuck myself in under the covers with every single cover I can find. When my sister's household had COVID like a couple years ago, she made oh she made that weird concoction that everybody was talking about that has like, I don't know, garlic juice and onion juice and I don't know, all this kind of weirdness in it. And she said it worked, but I'm like, you know what? I ain't torturing myself. That sounds worse than being sick. I'll suffer. Because that sounds worse than being sick, drinking something like that. Mm-mm. Just gotta find where all her hair is. Kind of wish that part wasn't so yellow, but it is what it is. We could even go in with a pen and put some white streaks in there to kind of mellow it out a little bit. Am I really going to go inside? Don't mess it up, Linda. Ooh, will that work? I think that will work. Makes it look kind of heavy, though. I like how parts of it look kind of honey blonde. I think that's pretty. Oops. Oops. Well, that's kind of a lot. I'm not going to make it work for us. Yeah, that's sweet. Okay. That's kind of like how I do with like oil painting. When I put the paint down, you kind of draw it out a little bit, and you control how much paint you put down, so that depending on how you want what's there to lay down on the canvas. So kind of felt myself doing that. It's like, oh, that's just like... Okay, so it might be a little too dark, but I kind of like it. I don't know why. What would happen if I made it darker on the other side? Would that be a little too crazy? I don't know. I don't know if I can duplicate that. I really don't know if I can. And I really can't tell where the... What's that? I think that's enough of that. Okay. Did my sketching this morning while I was watching Foxy Colors morning mindfulness coloring. And so, or was it Shadow? And I do think I did that already too, because like I said, I think I did the dragon one already too. I may have even done the hat one. Got all the way up to hat. I may have gotten all the way up to 34, and probably should have started at 35, except that I wanted to do the dragon one again. But, okay, so are we making her more pink purplish? These colors are just so pretty that there more than one pink. It just, I think I want the lighter one. I like that I don't have to get this all watered up, you know. Mostly because I'm thinking I don't want it to be super wet when I close it. Not that, I don't know that will matter. Okay, like what is that? Is that the horse's hair? I think this is her little bralette. I'm going to color this color just because I don't know what else to make it. Dough. Bubbles. Bubbles is the one. We sure on Bubbles, can you put your... If you can, I'm not sure if you can or not. Let me look it up. I'll do it somehow. Where am I? Where am I trying to go? Do I know? Oh, YouTube. I'm trying to go to YouTube. Oh, the jewelry lady is live. Sharon's live with jewelry. Looks like she's got Christmas stuff out. Okay, so can I do... Oh, yeah. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. And shut. And I'm just going to put everybody in there. Da, 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 da. Actually, I can go to my community wall because that's where I put everybody. I put everybody's share a lot. Let me see. Oh, I saw this morning, speaking of my community wall, that Gino Vanelli, it looks like he has a new song or something in video. I don't know if anybody remembers Gino Vanelli. Love of my life. No, that's all I remember of the song, but it was out like in the, I don't know, the 80s or something. I'm looking through. Can't be that far away, can it? Can't be that far away. I've been posting way too many videos lately. like random, and really random. But I was listening to music. Um, I just kept posting everything I was listening to this morning. Okay, why isn't this work? Why is this doing that? I think that's all I can manage. I can't do a copy on here. HOUCK. Thought I could find that on my community wall. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. Scab. And Annie. Annie. There we go. Annie, I kept forgetting your name. Like over the past month. I kept forgetting your name, and I was so frustrated. I kept doing all these configurations of crafts and coloring and whatever. It's like I can't find it. Then finally, Carrie came to the rescue, Jay Carrie, and then she just calmly gave me what it was. I was like, oh, she's so calm. But I was freaking out. I was like, I can't find it. So I was glad to have found you again because I don't know, I just kind of, I don't know. And then the searching was driving me nuts. Okay, I need to get rid of this. That's what I need to get rid of. Okay, and if anybody else would like me to post your page, just let me know. Marsha, I know that you do color, but I don't know how much you like how, I don't want to share you unless you want to be shared. So, um, so just let me know. I've been missing young. See, I missed me. I didn't see Mandy. I haven't seen Mandy for a while. So we got pink. And I think we need a little bit of purple sparkle or something. Oh, what did I just drop? Oh, it's the cap. It's I didn't even realize I had it in my hand. The cap to this thing. So do we want sparkle or... I don't know that I want sparkle. I just want more of this color. I love this color. So probably the disadvantage to this is if you use a lot of one color, then when it's gone, it's gone. But these only cost they were only $13. So okay, did I just mess that up? It is what it is. I leave it now. Go back over it later. We can make it do something where the purple doesn't take over. Okay, will do. I will do that. There we go. And see, the funny thing is, you guys are already it does the auto, the autofill. Oops, does the autofill, so I don't really have to type too much. I don't know if I'm on your Instagram. I'm gonna have to do that. I see you got your Instagram on there. I probably should put mine on mine. I just forget sometimes. Okay, so here we go. This is Marsha's. And she also has her Instagram on her page, which I'm going to make sure that I'm following her there. You're welcome. So let's see. We gave her little. So now that we did that, what color are we making her body? I don't even know what to do with that. These things freak me out. It's like, is it her body or his body, and where does one end and the other begin? Like, I don't know. And I suppose that's kind of the idea behind manga, but like, it's weird, man. So what should we do? These are some colors we got. Of course, I like that. You know, you think of water, you kind of think of that. Or do I want to stay kind of pinky? But, Foxy! I finally made it. I finally made it. I was knocked out this afternoon. I don't know. See, you got me coloring. I saw your video the other day. I immediately went to Amazon. Enabler. Foxy Enabler. And I really like these. I like them. They actually have me working in this book. So, yeah, I am liking this process. So, like, when we do her skin, I don't know how that's going to be. That's kind of scaring me just thinking about it. You might, yes, you do. I saw that, and I saw you flip these things out. I was like, no, no. And I saw you do that. I was like, no. It's like, I said, this is made for me. I need something in my, klutzy challenged self that's compact like that. That's the easy button. That'll Staples easy button. I needed it. Should I make her? What happens if I start off with sparkles? That's kind of weird, huh? Okay, I switched really quick. I started thinking because I was looking at the colors. I'm like, what am I doing? What do I do? And I don't want this to be too wet. Yeah. Well, she said she doesn't have it. Bubble says she doesn't have it. She's like, she asked me what it is. I'm like, you don't know what this is. She said, I have it because of you via Foxy. I think we're all just telling stories just to make excuses for us to get stuff. That's what it is. I'm just joking. Okay, so let me try and stick to her. I can't tell. Oh, this is her. Oops. See, I can't tell. It's almost like a mandala. Like you can't tell. At least I can't. But I also can't really play games that are supposed to be 3D because I don't really see them in 3D. And so you don't want to play with me in any of those kind of games because, like, you'll lose. Because I lose because I can't tell what anything is. I need some 3D glasses maybe or something to play it. I don't know if that would work or not. What is that? A fin? Is that a fin? I guess we're just going to call her the fin. I just want to say that name, Gansai Tambi. Gansai Tambi. Gansai. It's like Gangnam Style. Let me stop. Hangul. Hangul. Gangnam Style. So, I don't know what I'm going to do with the horsey. Since I started, I put some of that peachy on him. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't think I want him to be the same color. I have to find a way out of that. We gotta get out of this place. If it's the last thing we ever do. See, I got music on the head today. Big time, everything. Doesn't matter what style, it's in my head. It's in my head. Okay, so kind of, I guess we're just gonna, yeah, we're gonna be running out of this color because, like, I'm in love with it, obviously. Oop, that ain't going on. And then we'll put some iridescent stuff on there. Make this be like the shading. How about that? How about that? That's what we're gonna do. Ooh, husband's blowing his nose. Poor baby. He had to miss the hockey game tonight. We have like season tickets to a team here, and he can't go. This is like actually a special weekend for them, and he can't go to any of them because he's got cooties. And I'm glad that I don't have to fight with him to make him stay home. That he's got enough sense to not go. Because sometimes he's just hard at it. But nope, not this time. He knows. So like, where's her body in relation to his body? It's like one big blob. It's almost like I need to make them one, but I don't really want them. Oh, uh-oh. You got plans, Foxy? You making plans already? Well, I got the materials now. I got the stuff. I got the right. I got the right stuff, baby. See, I'm singing everything. I'll make everything into a song tonight. That's what we're doing. Everything's gonna be a song. Is that the one where the oh 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 the right stuff? Where they go? The right stuff. I really don't want that to be one big peach ball, but that kind of seems to be where I'm headed. I don't know, but I guess there's something I can do, like with pencil or something, pencil or gouache or acrylic marker or something afterward to kind of, I don't know, do something else with the background, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. Because what else goes with peach and purple and, excuse me, will the sparkles make that much of a difference if I do the metallics? Will it make that much of a difference? And I also, oh, there you go. Extra heaviness. Well, may it get there on time, maybe even before time. And then one piece, not like mine did. This actually, well, not like mine did. In the empty package that was flopping in the wind, and they're telling me I got it. You got it. It's like, no, I don't. There's nothing in that package. First, I had to find the package, and then when I found the package across the porch, I was like, oh, how to get across the porch? The wind would have to blow it, which would mean there was nothing in it for the wind to be able to blow it across the porch. But they didn't give me any trouble with it. They did ask. They asked in there, "Have you, like, have I done that before?" Said I didn't get something that they actually show and have a picture that they delivered. And I was like, "No." And then it made me think, "Oh yeah, I'm sure there's people who do that. Shame on them." I am right now, but that doesn't mean I always will. But I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm just going right to the thing, and because I'm trying to figure out the properties of the watercolors, like how it works, you know. So, and I'm trying to also figure out how I can do it and not get a lot of water on there. And if I mix in the palette, I'm probably going to use too much water. And I'm also going to have a muddier thingy, and I don't want to do that. I feel like that's like, it's a whole like, that might aggravate me at this point. We're trying to get me to like watercolors, so I'm not going there yet. But we will go there because, again, that's why I have these bottles of things. It's because I do intend to do some mixing, but I'm not ready for that yet. I'm not ready yet. I take baby steps. Baby steps. Which actually, I suppose I could probably use those with these too. But, yeah, that sounds like it kind of scary to me. I don't want to do that yet. You know me, I buy the stuff and then I think about it for a year or two and then I break out. After I'm done thinking about, how can I do this? I'm just weird. You can't help it. Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna be out of this particular color like really quick. Because it's like a nice neutral color to like paint over. So I think this is gonna be my watercolor gouache book. That's why I didn't even want to come in here with pencil on this book because I feel like this is going to be the book that I'm going to learn on those with. Oh, yeah, see, that's why I don't want to use it. That's why I'm just using a paper towel. It's like, no, once I go and start using that thing, it's over. It's over. So I'm just using a paper towel. So now I got more research to do. Oh, back to the thing about the MC5. Like it, I mean, it just put me on this long trail of, I don't know. That's what happens. I can't stop thinking that one of the actual like the founding members of the Black Panthers, um I say was because he passed away 2009, did they say, or 2019? He was Chinese, or no, he was Japanese American. I think that's so cool, and that's something I never knew either. What was his name? Something Aoki, Ron Aoki. All these things that I didn't know. Again, thinking about the whole thing of solidarity over a common um, issue or whatever, and I'm finding all this stuff out. And I'm like, I guess I need to write about it or something. I don't know when I'm going to get the time to do that. I've been praying about that because I really do need to write, but yeah, God's got it. It's going to happen. My change is coming. My change is coming. So we're just gonna put pink all down on this guy and then we'll deal with the rest later. But yeah, I'm really kind of amazed. Well, see, it's really weird. I was really an observant child and a very sensitive child. And I always could like sense there were lots of things going on around me. And I could get the feeling of it, but I didn't understand what was going on. And so like things that were on TV and stuff in like the 60s and 70s and like things that maybe some of my older cousins were talking about and stuff. I kind of I could feel it, but I didn't understand it, you know. It's like my somehow my unconscious just kind of understood it, but I didn't understand it in my child's mind. You know, really weird. I was, I think that's why I scared some people when I was a kid because I was just really intuitive, and I think some people were kind of afraid of me. I think I scared my mother sometimes too. The stuff that would come out of my mouth, she'd just look at me. But yeah, that whole time period and the stuff that I've been fascinated with that like the past like 4 or 5 years. Always been kind of fascinated by movements in general, but just past 4 or 5 years, it's kind of been a thing where it's like, I feel like I need to write about it in a particular way that I don't know what that way is yet. So I'm praying about it. I have started writing actually, but not in like I don't think I've looked at it in like a couple months because of work. Ever seen a peach seahorse? Horsey seahorse? It looks more horse than sea horse. Can't describe. I had a friend who had seahorses. That was actually I don't know if you ever heard me talk about the friend that I had that um way back in the day before anybody was dyeing their hair different colors. She was actually like a hair model, and she used to um there was this really trendy kind of punk hairstylist that was in this particular area of the city that she used to do the hair modeling for, and so he would dye her hair like different colors, like turquoise, purple, fuchsia, etc. And we worked at a department store, and she got demoted to the bargain basement because of her hair, which was sad, but that's how that's how it was then. And the way she had her hair too, it was like in there, like it would always look like she kind of had a feather in her hair. So it wasn't really, it wasn't offensive. It was just, it wasn't offensive. A lot of times it did look just like she had a feather in her hair. But anyway, why did I mention? Oh, I know I mentioned her because she actually had seahorses in her fish tank. No, she had one, I think. I don't know. No, I don't know. I don't know how that happened. But anyway, I went over her house one time and she had it in the freezer. It had passed away and she had it in the freezer. I'm like, why do you have it in the freezer? I thought, okay, like I know she can be kind of different, but this is like really like, okay, this is a whole nother level. And she had it in the freezer because she wanted to plate it with silver so she could wear it around her neck. Her, him, whatever. I don't even know. Like I don't know. Do seahorses have genders? I guess they do. Isn't it the male that spurts out the eggs or something like that? I don't know which one hers was though. All I know is it was in the freezer, and I thought that was strange. Okay, this is like, yeah, this part is like too much water, but I kind of gotta do that to get it to. She also, it'd be funny if she was watching. If you're watching, I love you, I miss you. But she named her. I always wonder why she did that. Um, was that intentional? That she named her? She had a parrot of some kind. It was big, so I don't know what kind of parrot it was, but I didn't like it. I didn't like that bird. It was obnoxious. But she named it after a guy who wanted to go out with me that I didn't like. And like she didn't know the guy personally or anything, but she knew the story. And she named the bird that. And I don't know if that was coincidence or she did it on purpose. You never know who your friends are. But I was like, oh, well, that fits because I don't like that bird. And I didn't like that guy. It's like when you're dancing with somebody and like they're tall and like your nose is right in their armpits and they didn't put on any deodorant. Yeah, that's a problem, for one. And two, if I say I don't want to kiss you, I do not want to kiss you. Don't even try it because I'll punch you out. Ugh. 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 Makes me disgusted just thinking about it. Okay, I got that out of my system. This is getting really wet on the bottom here, but I'm trying to get the trying to balance between the amount of pigment because I don't want a lot of pigment on there and how wet it is, and that seems to be an issue. Seems to be an issue. But it's kind of bubbling on the other side. So our part two is going to be like filling this in with color, which I guess is going to have to be pink and purple. Although something else might come to me later. I always said I wouldn't want a bird for a pet. They don't have any fur. They don't have big brown eyes. But then I had somebody that told me that, that the Humane Society gets birds too. And I thought, oh. So I guess I could be coerced into getting a bird. I'd have to bond to it because it just seems like a whole nasty thing taking care of them. Yuck. Yuck. Bird poop is weird. Cleaning cages, that doesn't sound like fun. Mm-mm. Oh, oh. But I would do it if I was supposed to have a bird. But I don't know, Lord, please tell me I don't have to have a bird because I don't think I want one. But if I saw a bird, I'd want to save the bird. That's the problem. I think I wouldn't mind having a turtle. Something about turtles are cool. They're just so deliberate with how they move. I don't know if I'd want a rabbit. Rabbits, I think, are expensive to at the vet, so I don't want to go there. I think birds probably are too. I think I'd rather just stick to cats and dogs. Stick to the rivers and streams I'm used to. Stick to the cats and the dogs I'm used to. I'm in a mood. Might as well laugh. I got so much work to do, it isn't funny, and I'm praying for momentum. Praying for momentum that helps me go through them things like lightning with efficiency and accuracy and everything. That's what I want. I still keep eyeing my neighbor's black cat. It looks like it's a kind of like a teenager, and I think it's a relative to the cat we had because I think the cat actually came over from her house, and this is a story. Tell you, we get animals in weird ways. I think it was like about this time of year, and one time I'm downstairs and we have a big picture window, and I see something in the window, like high, and I'm like, what the heck is that? And so I kind of ignored it, but then when I walk by the window again, I see something jump up, like really high. I'm like, what the frick was that? And it was nighttime, right? And I look, and it's a little kitten, and it had jumped up from the porch to like way high up to like where like the middle of the picture window. I'm like, that thing is insane. What the hell is going on? It wants in. It's gonna attack me. We got a rabbit kitten outside. So I kind of like says like, no, we're not ready for any animals because that was just like we had lost our cats and our dog. I think um, probably like 4 or 5 months previous to that, the last cat or something. I don't know, or maybe it was longer than that. I don't know, but it was just weird. So I just said, we're just gonna pretend like we didn't see that. She's just like nosy or whatever, and she probably came from next door, and she'll go back. Well, then the next night, the same thing happened. And so I told my husband, because he was downstairs too, and I said, look at this. And so he looked, and I said, should I like see if it's okay? And we're kind of like, I don't know. So then I open the door. He picks up the kitten, and the kitten is purring like nobody's business. I'm like, oh no. And then like it came over to me because like we were standing next to each other, came over, started crawling around my neck. That was it. That was it. She came in. I don't know if she came in the house that night or the next night. We said, well, if she's still here, we'll put her out. If she's still here tomorrow night, then we're going to take it as she needs to be in this house. And so I was like, okay. And she was there. And so we took her in. And man, that cat was so freaking funny. She was a tuxedo cat too. So I guess she was performing. Hey, Ivy Pearl. Happy Friday. I miss that cat. She was really special. We lost her in a way that I still kind of am a little bit traumatized by, but I guess I have to say that I'm happy to have had her. She was hilarious. Oh my gosh. She was hilarious. So I want like another tuxedo cat or a black cat. But honestly, anything that shows up my door and I know I'm supposed to have it, it's coming in the house. I actually did have a cat that came in the house that was a definite no one time. And it was a gray, long haired cat that had been hanging around our area. And it was feral, and I think it was a male. And it kind of had a wild look in its eye. And one time it came inside as if it owned our house. And I was like, what are you doing? I just kind of looked. I just like there was a vibe about this cat that just wasn't right. And I was like, no, no, this is not your home. You can't even visit here. No. But it came in and it came in like it was going to take over. And I think it actually like came in and sprayed too. I was like, really? Is this what we're doing? No, this really is not your home. That was really weird. But that I didn't have a good feeling about that cat at all. So I do have the ability to say no on certain circumstances. Ah, see, I do love dogs. I just feel like I'm so in my own head that I feel like if I have a dog, it has to be independent, and like most dogs really aren't like that. Most dogs, it's like in their nature where they really need that human contact. And I feel like if I had a dog, I wouldn't be able to give it that, and I would feel bad about that because that's really what they thrive on. So I think my husband's more of a dog person, but he wound up with a lot of cats being at his house before me. Like I had one cat and he had three when I came here. Um, Three cats and two dogs. I'm like, what the heck? Um, and cats love him. They just love him. But yeah, I don't know. I never thought I was a cat person until somebody gave me one. And then when I met my first one that I moved here with, who really was my first real cat because it was the one that I actually got, and it actually picked me. Yeah, that's when I became a cat person. I remember I went to the vet for the first time because you have to have them like spayed or neutered by a certain date after you adopt them. So I took them there like to get them checked out and to set up a time for that. And the veterinarian tech said, she goes, how long have you had him? And I think I'd only had him for like, I don't know, 3 weeks or something like that. And she said to me, she goes, you and him have really bonded. And I was like, I don't even know what that means. I don't know. The cat's in my house. I feed them. I love them up. And I don't know. But now I know what she means and I see what she means. We were really bonded. I feel like that cat was half human. Half human, well, quarter human and a quarter dog. That's what I think he was. He was hilarious. He was so serious. He was a serious cat. He was the boss. It's like, I'm the boss. Remember one time when I didn't realize, it's like, oh, I didn't realize my stories were scary. I think they're funny. But I guess because they heard how intense he could be. When I had to go in the hospital for surgery, and one of my coworkers was coming over to my house to feed him, and she was scared. She said she would kind of just like open the door and look around to see where he was, and she would hurry and run to the kitchen to like to get his food and put it in his dish, and like peek through the kitchen door to make sure to see if he was around or not, and like he'd probably like come to the food, and she'd be like standing away to make sure she wasn't in his way, and then she'd like skirt by him. I was like, he wasn't gonna hurt you. You were feeding him. I mean, he didn't really hurt anybody except for he had a sense for people who were not good, and this woman was really good. So I says, you have nothing to worry about. He's probably gonna love on you when you come in the door after a while, because it takes him a little bit. And he probably was wondering where the heck I was. I said, what'd you do with my mama? Do I have to mess you up? He was like, and he would even walk like that, like he was the boss. I think we called him, some of my friends called him the mafia cat, because he was like, the way he carried himself, he was really tough. I loved that cat. That cat was my protector. Ah, yeah, this is what they are. They're called Tinge, Tinge, and I am actually liking them. It says there's 56 colors. I'm not sure. I can't remember if they come in different sets with different amounts. But I had to get 56. I need 56 colors. I need them all. I want them all, and I want them now. There's another song by Queen. Okay, catch. But yeah, I really like these a lot. So I gotta figure out what color I'm gonna do. His hair. Oops, gotta do his ears. His hair. His hoofs. Her skin, which I feel like is gonna be the most difficult part. So I'm probably gonna have to plan that, and maybe I will mix colors for that. Um, then I guess, well, then we gotta figure out what we're doing in here. Is that more of her hair? I might need to do that before we get off. Because I don't want to leave anything where I gotta like figure out what did I use again? I'm gonna finish everything that needs that color. This is what my water's looking like. So it's not really changed color that much. So I'm going to color this part while I know what I used. Why your hand looks so grown and she looks so like kind of teeny bopperish? You're too grown. Enjoy being a child. that's, that's what my older relatives used to say. Not to me, because I kind of was, I was just weird. I wasn't trying to be too much. Quite often I was reading a book and they're like, go outside. Would you go outside? Go do something else. You're gonna like, you read too much. You read too much. Well, they kind of tried to avoid saying that because they didn't want to say you read too much. But like, I was always inside reading or writing, reading, writing or drawing. Okay, that might be a little dark, but I don't mind that too much. I think that's all the hair. I think that's all the hair. Another song. I'm just in a mood to sing anything. Yeah, they were on Amazon, and they were only like 13, like 13.86 or something like that. $13, almost 14. That's all it were. That's all it were. Sorry, that's kind of funny though. That's all it were. So yeah, this was yeah, I'm happy. I'm very happy with this. These metallics are really pretty. I used the metallic up there. I used this purple one up here. Yeah, I'm very pleased with them, especially since I don't know nothing about no watercolor, and I'm scared of water. But yeah, so I can slide them back in here like that. I think I can do that. We'll find out because I just did it. So I just like push them all back in. Gonna lift that up. So I guess this is one palette, then two. So you could actually like put colors down on here and mix them. Someday I'll get brave enough to do that. I'm not there right now. Um, but yeah, once I know more what I'm doing and how to get the consistency and not to have it be runny, I will. I also don't want to waste paint, so that's another reason why I'm kind of not. I got to get a better feel for this first. So, woo. So I've been out for 2 hours. 2 hours. I need to get off of here. Try to do a little more work or something. Let me see. I got some stuff to put away downstairs. I need to do some dishes. Check on my husband. Make sure he's okay. Find out what he ate. And what's this side look like? Well, it's not too bad. It could be a lot worse. This paper's kind of thick, so okay. That's one reason I didn't want to saturate it with water. I wanted more pigment than water. Um, so we'll see what happens. Cool. Here's the other page. Yeah, I just feel like this book needs something other than pencil. This doesn't strike me as a pencil book. Not for me, at least. So, okay. Alright, now, go for it. And look, it just sits so nicely on my desk. It really does. It's like easy. Like, it just kind of, it's there. The paints are covered up, so I don't have to worry about anything getting in them. And they can just sit there on my desk just like that. Yeah, I really like this. I like this setup. It's a vibe. Okay, so I'm out of here. And I hope you all have a good night. Maybe I'll see you on these YouTube streets. I don't know what I'm going to do precisely. Whether I'm going to bed after I do the dishes and stuff or what. But, oh, I could use this as a guide, though. Anyway, take care, everybody. Good night.